growing up? At what point or level do you discover your potentials?
So I was saying that when in my third year in school, this was way back in 2007. That was when I realized that this was what I wanted to do. I wanted to do film. I wanted to do TV. And I didn't. I had made up my way back. Did you hear
James,
me?
can you hear me? I want to be sure if you can hear me. So that okay.
Yes, I can.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. You'll be doing this for 12 years now, based on what you just said now. What can you say have been keeping you relevant on this journey as a filmmaker, as an executive producer? What has been one thing that has kept you relevant thus far?
So it diligence, and then you always have to reinvent yourself. Every other time a new project comes up, it always has to be better than the last. So you have to always tell yourself, how do I get better? How do I do better? How do I go higher? How do I do this? How do I do that? So you're on a constant journey of self-betterment, if there's any word, like that. And that's how you stay relevant. Because the thing is that when people are working with you, they always want to see something fresh. If you keep giving them the same thing over and over and over again, they'll get tired and move on to somebody else or move on to something else. So that's what that's how I think we stay relevant, honestly, in the industry. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you so much, James. James, can you share with us what are the things that you did differently growing up that, in your own view, has made you to stand out thus far? What are the things that you did growing up that have made you to stand out thus far?
So while I was growing up, I had a lot of alone time, and I used to read a lot. I don't read anymore now, but not to say I don't like reading. Like, I prefer to listen to stuff because of the time that I have. I find it very hard to sit down and read an entire thing. But I used to read a lot, and then I used to formulate my own world. So when I'm reading, I used to do a lot of picturing. So I used to read a lot of books. I used to be a huge fan of Anne Rice. She used to have this series of books called The Vampire Diaries, and I would, every time I'm reading, I know it's what people do, but I will envision and build these worlds in my head. I used to also draw comics. I used to fantasize a lot. And I think that has helped me currently in my world building phase, especially when I'm doing projects, for TV, because most of the projects I do are very long form projects. Some of them are even fantasy. And you have to come to this point where you're building new characters, building new worlds, and you have to imagine, like, you're almost seeing things picture for picture. So now, it's easier for us when we're in a room full of storytellers to build, gigantic worlds and, new things. It's just easier for us like that because I've experienced that, when I was growing up. The other thing I've also done is to also have and I know this may sound very cliche, but have a very work hard, hustle hard mentality. I feel like I didn't grow up privileged. So everything that I had to work hard for it. Everything wasn't given to us on a platter. So I learned how to be very diligent at what we do. Like, if I wanted the best from anything in life, if I wanted the best out of anything, I probably just needed to give that thing 110%. So, and it's something that I started with when I was young. So even though I wasn't very good at academics, but in terms of any other thing that I wanted to do in the arts, in singing, because I used to play the drum set, I used to play the piano, I used to play all that stuff. I would practice and work hard just to make sure that I get something right. So now, that I'm doing these TV shows and whatnot, I always try as much as possible that myself and the team, we put 100, like 1000% to make sure that, look, if this thing is not done this way, then it shouldn't even be done at all. I feel like those are the things that have helped me, things that I did that now help me in my journey as a filmmaker currently.
Thank you so much, Jay, for, of course, illustrating that. James, can you share with us 3 life principles that you personally live by? Life principles that you live by that has helped you thus far?
Number one is what is worth doing is worth doing well. That's number one. Number two is not. The second life principle is about integrity. And it's a principle, but it's not like you say. So I would say it like this: that your name. I would say this is what I tell people. I say your name or your integrity is more important than anything in this life. What people say about you, or what people say about you, and the perception they have of you, is very, very important. So, whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. Integrity is very important, and then be as authentic as you can be in anything that you do. Those 3 things and many others have guided me in my journey as a filmmaker.
Thank you so much, James, for saying that. Hey, James, if you are given a gigantic billboard that you should write something that everyone on earth is going to see, what are you going to put on
it? Watch my shows. That's what I will put there. Go and watch all my shows. On anywhere you see, go and watch it. Thank you. God bless you. Watch my shows. But honestly, to be honest, I don't know. It would always. I mean, the best thing I can tell anybody is be yourself. Always be yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody that you're not. Be yourself, no matter how quirky, no matter how weird it is.
All right, thank you so much, James. Can you share with us one advice that you have received from someone? If there are 2, is fine. All right, can you share with us
one advice I've
received from someone that has made a tremendous impact to who you are today?
So there's a friend of mine, Akio Sakyodo. When I first started this journey, something he told me, he said, stay focused, family first. Stay focused, family first. Those 2 things. And the reason why he said that to me is that the entertainment industry can be very distracting, and not distracting in the sense that we all know, but because of all the work, because of all the things you have to do, and the constant, it gets to a point where you're doing work back to back, and you get so sucked into creating that you forget that you left people at home, and there are people that are actually looking up to you. So stay focused, stay diligent, and then family first. Those are the things that Ike told me, and I still think about it till this day.
Awesome. So thank you so much, James. James, have you ever been in a project that maybe what you planned for wasn't what was expected, or have you ever failed at something in terms of your project? What did you do to get yourself back on track?
So there's no project. I mean, every project in this life is called Murphy's Law. It says what Murphy's Law is. What you don't expect to happen will happen. So every project never turns out the way you want it to turn out. Every project never turns out the way you want it to turn out. So, but if you plan properly, you will be saved from impending doom. So what we do on some of our projects is that we have a plan A, plan B, plan C. So plan A, if the project goes like this is what we will do. In the event that it doesn't go like this, we'll go to plan B. Plan B is blah, 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 blah. In the event that plan B doesn't work out, we'll go to plan C. I'll give you a perfect example. Our last production, one of the biggest things that we always do is that we insure the entire production. Now, the insurance is great to pay the insurance, but to happen. 3 months into the production, one of the sets got burnt down. Luckily for us, we had insurance, and insurance, came through in 7 days. So that's a plan B. Nobody expected that the entire place was going to burn down, but we had insurance. So that's practically, and your plan B may not even be insurance. It may just be that you already foresaw that something bad was going to happen, and you've already made a plan B way ahead of time to fix that particular thing. So yeah.
All right, thank you so much, James. James, can you share with us one thing that young people that want to become an actor or actor, what are the things that they are getting wrong? And
Sorry, I didn't
they
hear
want to
you.
come into acting. What are the things that young people are getting wrong? I say, can you share with us, or what do you think is the one thing that young people that are going into, movie industry are getting wrong?
The one thing that young people are doing wrong, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The one thing that I know that young people aren't doing, and I'm not here to judge, but the biggest problem that I'm exposed to is that they want to skip the line of experience. For you, I don't know if you heard this thing where they say for you to be an expert in something, it takes 1,000 or 10,000 hours. For you to be an expert in anything, it takes a lot of experience. That's basically what it means. But a lot of people don't want to experience. They don't want to be in that line of experience. They just want to blow. I was telling somebody the other day that the Nigerian dream is to blow. Everybody just wants to wake up in the morning and become a billionaire. Sharp, 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 sharp. They don't want to go through learning.
Thank you so much, James. James, can you share with us one?
Did you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can
Can you
hear
hear me?
you.
Yeah.
Yes, I
So
can.
yeah, I was
hear you.
sorry.
Yes.
I was about to end what I was saying. So basically, I think the long and short of it is that everybody wants to skip experience. That's it.
Thank you so much, James. James, what advice are you going to give to the 16-year-old James Omokwe?
16-year-old James Omokwe, I would say, don't worry, everything is going to be all right. Just have a little patience. It will work out eventually.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, James, can you give 3 advice for every young people that are looking at us right now, the Talk Influencers, to change and to transform their life for the better?
You have to learn how to work hard. You have to learn how to put in the work. Do as much as you can to, read up. Just, study hard for whatever it is that you're trying to do, and the sky is your limit.
All right, thank you so much, James. James, can you share with us one of the things that your daily routine like? Can you share with us? Can you run us through your daily routine? How is it like? Or what are the things that you feel not to do on
Let
a
me tell
daily
you the
basis?
truth. My daily routine is that I wake up in the morning, I watch TikTok videos, I jump on my laptop, I do some work, I play some video games, I rest, sleep, jump back to work, do a lot of other stuff. Like I don't have a routine. It's very scattered. So I can do one thing in the morning. The first thing I do in the morning is I always check my emails. I have to, because that's what my day is made up of. But every other thing is very flexible because I always try as much as possible to make sure that my brain is relaxed.
All right, and thank you so much, James. If you are given an opportunity to change something in the Nigerian movie industry, the Nollywood as it is, what is it going to be?
Distribution.
Why?
I would fix distribution.
Why?
Because that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem that we have at this point in time. Distribution.
All right, James. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, James. I don't know what you're working on and you want people to, of course, to know about, even as we round up just now. Is there anything you're working on that you want, of course, people to know about? Of course, people can go and check you and follow you on Instagram, of course, at James Omokwe. Of course, can you hear me, James?
So what I'm working on now is secret. You guys will find out. What I'm working on now is secret. You guys will find out at some point. I'll let you know.
All right. Thank you so much, James. So please, everybody, it's so good to have James Omokwe on the show. Please go follow his page on Instagram, of course, at James Omokwe. Of course, it's also on Twitter. And of course, there's so much to learn from me. We want to say thank you so much, James, for being a part of this wonderful, wonderful section. So much to learn from you today. Thank you for the advices that you have given to us. Thank you for the insights to transform our life for the better. It's so good for you. It's so good to have you today on the show. So, James, is there anything you would like to say, even as we, of course, round up this wonderful section with you?
There are 2 shows coming out on African Magic. Well, one on Showmax, one on African Magic. When it comes out, make sure you watch them when they come out.
All right.
My
All
friend
right, thank
Leko
you
is
so
here. I
much.
would knock him
It's so
on the head.
good. All right, thank you so much, James.
Anyway.